Hello from Mrs. Burke and Blanchester. I hope you and your family are doing well. I miss my class and I look forward to when we can be together again. I hope that that can be very soon. I want to get right to the point so this video is not super long for your parents to watch. First of all, please ensure that you watch Pastor Burke's Facebook, Kazado Baptist Academy Facebook post on what's going to happen in regards to our schoolwork and school. He's explaining the method that we're needing to use. That method is quite simply for elementary, first grade through sixth grade, they are going to be watching for two subjects, language and math. They are going to be accessing the Abeka Christian Academy, Pensacola Christian Academy's videos for those two lessons. So they are going to go ahead and be taught, they're going to be taught new concepts, but they're going to be taught them through the videos that are online with Abeka. Abeka has very generously waived any fees for all of these schools that already use their curriculum so that kids can continue learning new concepts. So what's going to happen is you're starting this Monday at 9 o'clock, you may pick up your child's work for another week. So it's just going to be 1 week of work at a time. And you may pick up that work. It will be in Mrs. Hall's classroom. And then you're also going to drop off the 2 weeks of work that your child should have been completed, that they've completed during this time period that we've had. Okay, so every Monday, you're going to have opportunity starting at 9 o'clock to drop off work, pick up work. You have until Tuesday at 5 p.m. to do that. So there's a large window. We didn't want there to be a huge conglomeration of people during a certain time. So you have from 9 a.m. Monday until 5 p.m. on Tuesday. That work has to be in that they've done by Tuesday at 5 p.m. and their new work has to be picked up by Tuesday at 5 p.m. But you can do it anytime previously up and even from Monday 9 a.m. on. All right, some things that I want to share about that is this. First of all, if you have any questions, Brother Price will be giving you a paper about how to log in to watch these instructional videos, okay? If you have any questions about logging in, see him. I did it today for Hopes. It was easy enough for me to log in. Once you log in, once you put in their little code, you literally push what lesson you want, what subject you want, and there's a video. You just press play and it shows the video and they just watch it. It's going to be a great blessing. Couple of things. I'm sorry, I have a lot of paper here. I want to specify with this. So I will be giving from here on out until May, okay, until we know what's going to happen, 1 week of work per week. They have to keep up with that week of work. It's going to be kind of a full day's work, okay? Obviously, there's not going to be all of us there, so it's not going to take as long, but it will not benefit them to try to, let's skip a day and do 2 days work in 1 day. It's going to be a lot of work on them. They should take the time and do a day's work per day. So every day I have my papers. Oh, there's Grace. Thanks, Grace. I have my papers that say like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, because I didn't know if you would be in on Monday or Tuesday. So I have like language, and it says part 1, watch video lesson 149. So that's the subject that you'll watch the lesson with. And then I have the work from the worksheet that they're going to pull out of their language book that I want them to do. Regardless of what the teacher says in the video, they are to follow the seat work, the questions, the sentences that I tell them to do on these papers, okay? That's the work that they are to do, okay? No matter what the teacher actually says to do. So they'll have language with the video, they'll be learning new concepts, then they'll do their work. Then they'll have spelling, okay? I went on to a new list. I gave them the 15 words like we had been doing. So they're gonna be the 15 bold spelling and vocabulary words. All right, there's 15 of them. I went ahead and made up the test. All right, so that when it is time to take the test, you already have it. Now, I'm giving them a whole week, like a 7-day period, like I had done before, not just the 5 days of work. So you're not going to need this test during the first week, but I'm letting you have it so that you can keep it. All right. So basically, if your child starts the work on Tuesday, I think that it makes sense to say that they'll take the test the next Tuesday. It's right around there. Anyway, they'll have that test ready to go. You'll give them the spelling words. You'll just say them orally to them. They'll write them down in order. Please do them in order, okay? Just in the order they are in their books. That way I have the same answer guide for every one of them. And then they'll take and they'll just match the meaning to the word. They'll put like letter A goes with this number and stuff. They're used to doing that. Every day they're going to write their spelling words 3 times each and the definition 1 time each. I'm going to do my best to put out a spelling video today just to say the words aloud and spell them, etc., etc. Okay, that way they can watch it, they can listen to it. For cursive, every day I've written what they're going to do. It's easy. Okay, for reading, they're going to be reading in their Of America book. For history, they're going to be reviewing their states and capitals and locations on the map every day. I sent you videos that they can watch. That's part of the review. That can be literally their review, okay? Because they're still learning through that. Then they'll be reading each day, and then I think on most of the days, they're going to be just answering the questions on paper, the comprehension checks that I've written on this on paper. Now, I'm going to tell you about the history. Right now we're getting into some things like Gorbachev and Reagan and the Cold War, and it may be that they are going to have some questions, or maybe you can sit and read with them about this and just explain what some of these words mean. I think we're talking about socialism in this section. We're talking about capitalism, liberals versus conservatives. And while they can read that, it's very difficult for an 11, 12-year-old to understand what those words mean. So that would be beneficial if you would talk with them about that. For science, basically, you're just reading. Okay, I tried to make that as easy as possible. They're just reading. Okay, now for math, they're going to be watching a video. Okay, so on my thing it says, watch video lesson 98. Then I'm going to tell you what they complete. For the first couple of weeks, it's going to be a lot less math because they've already completed a lot of the back. That won't stay that way. Okay, that will eventually work its way normally again. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Hope so. But what I need to say about math is this coming Monday and probably the next Tuesday. Anyway, if you can understand this, what I'm telling you in just a minute. Don't send, when you bring in your child's work from the 2 previous weeks of work, don't send any math back to me, because they're going to need those worksheets, those math worksheets, because they're going back to the first worksheet that I sent home, because they're going to be taught the new concept on these videos. So they should have the backs completed, the work that I've given them, but don't send those to me to grade this Monday or Tuesday, because they need the front of them. And then when you know that the front and the back are completed, when it's time to drop off their work, then drop those off to me. All right. Hope that makes sense there. I would encourage you that when they watch the videos for language and math, that they go ahead and tear out the worksheets that's in front of, that I have written on the page. That way it will be in front of them, because that will help them be able to see, to visualize what they're going to be working on. For language, this is a very simple thing, but we don't always do a front and a back on the language papers. That's just the way the curriculum is worked out. So if it's time to turn in your child's work on a Monday or Tuesday and the back is not completed because we're not to that lesson yet, then just keep that page. And when both sides are completed, then send that page in and I'll grade it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get all this through here. Okay. There's also, I asked if we could include the Bible videos on the Abeka pages, on the Abeka curriculum. It is not mandatory. There's nothing being graded on it. I just thought we have so much extra spare time, and I know that they generally make their Bible lessons really fun there. So I thought maybe your child would enjoy watching it, but it's not mandatory. There's nothing mandatory about it. All right. I think that's everything. I will throw this in because this is something extra too. I sent home the book that I bought the kids called Durwood Inc. And they know that book that we had been reading. Hopefully they remember where we left off. Okay. If this is not part of their curriculum, this is not part of their mandatory work. If they read and finish that entire book and you can verify that they have read it on their own and they have truly read the book, I will send them a gift card in the mail for getting extra reading in. But that's not mandatory. It's all on their own. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully it will make sense. Hopefully. So I want to tell you that you can call me or text me at any time. I can talk to you on the phone about any of this. If there's a question about a math problem, about a whatever problem, language problem, I can call and talk to you. I do Marco Polo, which is talking back and forth, with videos. I can FaceTime you. We can do anything that way. So if you need help, if your child needs help, then I am here to help you, and I want to do that. If they're struggling in something, and obviously I'm not going to know that they're struggling until I see their work, okay, then I'm going to get in contact with you and we'll try to work through things the best we can, all right? So hopefully this will be quick and easy and we'll be able to be back to school as soon as possible, I hope. That's what I truly hope. So if you have any questions, just let me know, and otherwise we'll go from there. Hope this made sense. Hope this didn't confuse you more than it wasn't supposed to be confusing, but I feel as if sometimes it was more confusing. Hopefully not. So I love all. I love Hope and Isabella and Josh and Landon and Danielle. I miss you guys. Do your best on your work. Truly sit in a quiet place and work on your work. Keep up your penmanship. When you're writing things, it should look nice. It should be the best you can do. You need to be making sure that you are just keeping your numbers lined up. You're not writing those numbers sloppily, and that you are just doing the best work that you can do. Okay? So I know this is weird, but it's not a big vacation. We have to keep learning and we have to stay on target so that we can continue on past 6th grade in the amount of time that we have allotted. So you need to keep on and do a great job, and I know you will. So love you guys, and if there's any questions, just let me know. Thanks, parents.